Alright, what's going on today, guys? I'm going to be breaking down my review on the Magic Mouse that I just purchased, the USB-C version, of course, the newest one, and kind of what I think about it. Let's check it out. Thank you. Okay, in my personal opinion, I do not like the mouse. I think it doesn't feel good in the hand. I feel like I'm kind of sitting above the mouse, if that makes sense. Like I kind of sit here hovering above where I've used other mice before. So that, number one, is super strange. Also, I think you're gonna probably end up with carpal tunnel trying to use this mouse all the time with the scrolling motion, which you kind of just use your middle finger to go up and down, which I personally have found is super strange, and I personally don't like that at all. The mouse does have some good movements that kind of go with Mac. So for example, when you double tap both fingers on the mouse, it kind of pulls up all the tabs, everything you have open, so you can kind of select, right? So it's just like hitting F3 on an Apple keyboard as well, which you could kind of do. It also has where you put both fingers down on the mouse and push to the left or right. And that kind of, like, if you have multiple desktops set up or you have something in full screen like a program, you can switch back and forth between those desktops. Let's talk about the obvious issue, and that would be the location of the charging port. Maybe I can get the camera to focus on that. So absolutely awful. I mean, I know I've talked about this before in my short review. So here it is, you plug it in, right? Obviously you can't use it, you're gonna break the cable if you try and do that. Of course, obviously I think mine came at 90% if I'm not mistaken, so I didn't actually have to charge it, and I haven't charged it since. So as long as you plug it up maybe before you stop using your Mac, plenty of time. I'm sure it charges quick. I haven't actually done a 0 to 100 charge test. I'm sure there's a statistic on there online about how long it would take to do that. Personally, before I bought this mouse, I've been using this right here, which is the Logitech mouse. It is the Master 3S for Mac. So I think this, number one, fits better in the hand, but it does have the ergonomic grip, of course, which feels more natural for your finger location on the mouse. Like I said, with this one, you're kind of just hovering above where it would go, so it feels super weird. Additionally, I came from Windows to Mac. I'm a new user, so I think it's super weird, the scrolling where you... for example, you'd push like that with your middle finger and then it will go up. Whereas with Windows, it'd be the complete opposite. So it feels super unnatural for that. And by the way, I am looking at my screen whenever I'm doing that, going up and down on the browser. So, all right, so pretty simple review. Not a whole lot to talk about. Comes in a small box. I think it got here maybe 2 days after I ordered it on Amazon, and I don't have Amazon Prime, so pretty quick. My personal opinion is I would not recommend this to other people. Maybe the next iteration will be better. Maybe they'll add a USB-C port on the front of the mouse so that if it were to die in the middle of, I don't know, a project that you're working on, you'd still be able to continue working, especially if you have no other option like no trackpad or additional mouse that you could rely on. So like I said, guys, I'd probably not recommend this mouse at this time, especially if you have another mouse that you're using and you're thinking about buying this. I would definitely not do it right now. We'll see if Apple can produce a better iteration of this mouse, maybe like a version 3, because the last version had Thunderbolt, for example. So it is nice that they have updated to USB-C, considering all the ports on every Mac now are USB-C, essentially. Thank you guys for checking out this review. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about this mouse in the comments below, or if you use a different mouse and you've been thinking about getting this one. But either way, thanks for checking out the video. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day.